Hey, afternoon everybody. How we doing? Just on time for me today, look. Bit of a strange start, quarter two, isn't it? But there you go. Quite a few in already. I can't see very well. Actually, my glasses are a bit whew. Let's give them a clean in a minute, if I remember. So we got in then. Hopefully you've all caught today's slide. We have got a giveaway to do today. A giveaway courtesy of Mr. Man Cave Workshop himself, Uncle Sean. Who we got in then? We've got Michael Hyde first in by the looks of it. Aston, tuned in, switched on, vegged out. Yeah, it's time to chill out now, isn't it, really? Hi Daniel, watching and working. Dom Driver Films Shortwave afternoon. Cyberflyer afternoon. Cyber. Hi Derek Taffman, David Roberts, Colin Parnell, Patronics Nick. Yeah, it's pretty horrible here at the moment. Windy and raining. Not nice. Afternoon Mike Atlantis. Sun's been out. Cloudy and about to rain. We got it here. Andrew's watching, working, and things are busy, so we can't watch it. Oh, never mind, Andrew. You catch up later, mate. Benji, if Foxy's been in the garden, I don't expect you're out there now. It's a bit bad now. It is down here anyway. 24 degrees in New York. Afternoon, Doug. Rob Titheridge. Hi, Rob. Have I got my Spanky? Spanky's in. You're working, but there. Phil Taylor. How you doing, Phil? Barry Charney. Hi, Barry. Bjorn Erickson, welcome to you, mate. Mr. Laser Sound, how you doing? Not seen you for a while. David Tagg, welcome, David. And another David Lureskia from Argentina. Whoa, how you doing? Chris, all the gear, no idea. Welcome, mate. Raining and windy. Hi Theo, how you doing? Have I said hello to you, Theo? I might have done. There's so many in here now. I lose track of who I've said hello to and who I haven't. Dave Malik, how you doing, Dave? So yeah, we have got a giveaway. It's not an old mend. I thought I'd sort of do a little teaser picture. A lot of you have probably already seen this picture. This radio even. I needed goat assistance for that. Not raining at the moment. It's absolutely horrible. Mrs. Crunch has just gone out with the dogs, and I think she's just picked the wrong 5 minutes because it's not good. It's not Fidelity either, Spanky. Yeah, I'll have to line it up so as you can have a guess at what it is, won't I? But this has been very kindly donated by the Man Cave Workshop, and he has done a nice job on this actually. He spent a lot of time polishing and shining and all sorts of other things to it. He's not done any electrical work on it though, so it really depends on whether the winner wants to do the work or whether we have a look at it and do it here. So that's the question. No spoilers from those that have seen it already in the Facebook Messenger group. Daniel. More than 80 days of quarantine here. Radio makes the days better. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, David. I've lost track of how long it's been here. I'm sure someone can enlighten us, but not necessarily quarantine, but we're still in sort of lockdown. Things are just starting to open up again, though. Yes. So yeah, we've got a radio to give away. And I think we'll probably do this. Again, I'm still debating, do we or don't we stop the lockdown videos midweek? I might go down to one in the midweek, because I think from next Monday, a lot of the shops and that are starting to open again, and I think more people are going back to work. So Not really sure. We'll see how it goes anyway. 10 weeks for us. There you go, David from Argentina. David Lureskia. $80 days, I don't know, how many 10 weeks. It'll be 70 days then, isn't it, I suppose, really. You got sun in Sweden, but it's windy as, yeah, it is here. We got rain and wind. No sunshine here, Bjorn. I should go down to one and take a break. I think I ought to. I could probably get more done in a day. So shall we have a look at this this radio? It's nice in Wales, is it, Derek? Was it not windy or not raining? You're welcome, David. Hopefully you're doing okay over there in Argentina. So let's have a little look at the radio on offer then. So I've deliberately kept that a bit awkward so you can't really see it. It's difficult because it's so shiny. Sean has shined the hell out of it. Afternoon MM0SDK. Have a Kit Kat. Hi Dave Rhodes, how are you? Brew time, Benji. So this is a sneak peek of the radio. Corporation Pop today. A dry day today. Hi Jeff, how are you? Welcome Jeff from Northamptonshire. Very nice. If it's sunny up there, I think you've given it to us, Jeff. So yes, we've got a radio to give away now. I think Daniel's already said what it is, the make anyway, and Mike Atlantis also. So it's a Bush. Oh, sorry, Derek. So raining and windy there. Things are not opening here yet. Right, got you now, Derek. I thought you meant the weather was okay. It's a sunny autumn day in Argentina. It's supposed to be summer here, David, but yeah, it doesn't feeling like summer at the moment. We did have some nice weather, I think, week before last. George, it's not naked and wet anymore. Thank God for that. Hi, Andy back. Sunny in Northampton for sure. So whether you're, of course, you're up there as well, aren't you, George? Yeah. You might not be that far away from Jeff Peters, but you never know. It's absolutely blowing a gale there. Yeah, it really is blowing strong out there now. We are quite exposed here, though, to be fair. So it's pretty blowy where we are. So we know this is a Bush. Do we know what model it is? Do I even know what model it is? Right. Has it really got a model number? Let's zoom you out a little bit further then. So Sean has repainted the dial. I'll go in a bit and then up. Not dial, the face of this. Sean has repainted the whole of, well, this area here, which is totally rubbed away. It was all black, but Sean has very, very carefully touched all that in. So it's looking very nice. So you can see from top, if we can get rid of the shine, we have got the Bush badge there. cover that up and move it forward again. So do we know anybody got a clue what model it is? What model of bush? I don't even know. I don't even know if Mr. Cody's will ever. Oh yeah, give away then. Let's get rid of my picture a minute. You can have a better look at it. So Sean has really done a nice job on that dial. That is like, you can't see this. It's so clean and clear. All the knobs are pristine. Aerial. Again, it looks like he's shone the aerial up as well. Yeah, yes. Aerial's dead straight. Still got the swivel joint. It's a plastic set. It's got the old rank badge on the backlet. Just trying to see if I can see the actual model number. No, I can't. It's battery only by the looks of it. It is made in Taiwan. And if I come back a bit, you'll see it's a Bush Automaster. So I've never seen one. I did say it looked nice when Sean had it, so Sean said, "You can have it." I don't like it very much. So I said, well, why don't I have it and give it away, because I won't use it. This is the problem. It'd be better off to go to somebody that would use it, really. So there he is. Bush Automaster. Certainly is shiny, shiny. High Signal Hunter. Brian, how you doing? He certainly has shone the hell out of that, hasn't he? So what has it got? It has got AFC, which means it's got VHF, medium wave, long wave, and it's got a car button. Now what the car button tends to do is it tends to switch out the ferrite area inside and the telescopic, and puts the aerial in the side there. So basically you need your car aerial in the side. You sit it in the car, sort of that way up. So it'd sit up on the dash or in the glove box. I'm not sure where you'd put these things. I'm not sure where it dates from. So let's see if we can find anything on Google a minute about that. Let's see if we can find anything on Google. Other search engines are available. Bush Automaster, Radio Museum, VTR 165 it says. Here we go, here we go. Can we get that full page? I don't know. Yeah, okay. So, when is it built? 1972. Oh, we got schematics as well. I did nearly come foul of Radio Museum because especially the F11. Basically, they've got this. I think Andrew Alsfer replied to me. They've got this system. They've got this system in Radio Museum where you've got to contribute. Basically, although you pay your membership originally, you've still got to contribute every so often. You you can't just keep taking stuff from them. You've got to contribute. So I uploaded a load of photos the other day because I was nearly out of sort of credits, so to speak. And every time you upload some stuff, you get back into credits. So that should probably keep me for another 12 months now. So let's fly you across onto my screen a minute. Let's get rid of my picture a minute. Let's go to screen. Let me get the screen up. And I believe if I go there. So here we are, this is the Radio Museum page. Apologies because I can't view the chat at the moment. So that is definitely the correct radio, Automaster. Someone's done some nice pictures there. And someone's even taped a book to the back. That was only 4 pictures on it. And no pictures of the inside. So we might be able to upload a picture of the inside. Excuse me, to keep me in credit. So let's have a look at the schematics. So let's have a look. Okay. That's not really telling us a lot, apart from this is probably the FM front end. I've got to think. I'm going to come out of full screen now because this full screen's all well and good, but I'm just trying to see if the transistors were AF117. So here we go. No, of course they wouldn't be, would they? Really? Not. It's 1970 odd. So yeah, that should work fine. Shouldn't be any transistor issues. We're obviously going to have some capacitors here to look at. Got a headphone jack that could switch a speaker out, so it could be an issue there, but I'm pretty sure Sean said that this is working fine. So let's have a look. We've got another. Can we get? Oh, it's just different manufacturer schematic. Looks a bit easier to read, that one, actually. About the same. Not a lot of difference. Okay, let's have a look at these two. Restringing, hopefully we don't need to touch that. So this is a trader sheet again. What's the other one then? I seem to find page 1 of this particular one. Oh well, you get the gist. You get the gist. At least I've got the documents there available, so if we need to do anything, then we can. Yeah, that trader sheet's dated 1972. I'll just push the other 2 document buttons there. Okay. That's enough messing. Let's see if it works, shall we? Shall we look if it works? Yeah, there's a few. I'm licensed as well, David. M1 GRA. VTR 174. This is the 165, Doug. So yeah, it definitely says, did I say 1972 on that trader sheet? Yeah. 10th of August 1972 is the trader sheet. So I'm not sure, I think... Yeah, it's probably just after the AF117 issues. Right. Have we got the webcam? Yeah, I think we have. Yeah. Always look a bit yellowy in that one for some reason. Right, let's zoom out a little bit. We need to get some power on this. Now there's no mains connector, which is unusual. You'd think there would be one. There's just a headphone socket, car aerial socket, and that's it. We've got a bit of padding on the sides. The rest of the case is plastic. So it takes 4 D cells. Now, have I got 4 D cells? Let me just have a look. Two. Three. I've got a 4th one. Everything but probably. I think I've got a radio here somewhere with a load of D cells sat inside it, doing nothing. I've got some rechargeables there, but whether they're charged or not is another thing. There's one there, it's a bit rough. Nope. I got one there. Let's have a look, see if there's any charge in these a minute. Let's have a look, see if there's any charge in these. So rechargeables are 1.2. If they're fully charged. Ah, we might be alright, 1.2. 1.2. 1.2. And fingers crossed the last one. 1.2. There we go. And these are quite nice rechargeables actually. They're Duracell. And they came in a radio that I bought. So yeah, they came in a radio that I bought. It's a little bit of luck that really, wasn't it? Picture. There we go. I'm trying to get the trying to get the chat up in here, but oh, it won't let me. Sounds like Maddie's playing Mummy Up again. Yeah, I give up with this blimmin' thing. All I want to do is look at this video and Oh, here we go. I might be in business here. Right. Yes, we're in business. I can see the chat now. Excellent. Gary, how you doing? How is Gary? Right. So let's get some batteries up here. I assume it's D cells. It's a bit of a big battery compartment. Yeah. It is D cells. There we go. So where's our volume? Volume. Let's put the area up. Follow the tune room.
I didn't know what was to happen, so I thought I'd go back onto a very early film technique when everything was done with the camera. And for the camera to be set firmly on that floor,
That sounds right, actually.
Down for a glass plate in front of it on its frame, also to be screwed in. About you now.
There is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Like series where it's not like out of sync with
down like that, Charlie, how you ain't.
American Vietnam War veterans who go back to Vietnam where they fought back in the day to kind of unearth and take home one of their fallen comrades.
And what about storylines? Because, I mean, you know, obviously in soaps, there's the...
Well, you can tell it's of a certain age. There's no BBC One on the dial at all, apart from over here on long wave or medium wave, I think. And it only goes up to 104 megs. So let's try long wave. So should be something coming up now, about there. Oh. I don't think we have anything on long wave or something's wiping it out here totally. It's probably that switch though. So radio 4 should be about there. 1500 meters. Okay, so I don't think we've got any AM at all. Oh, yes, we have.
About how quickly, what proportion. This wind. No, till we see more.
Michael, how you doing? So I think we've got a short on the tuning cap there. Or there's a station right in there as well. Unless there's something here wiping it out somehow. It could be because I've got the blimmin' power line adapter plugged back in today. I think the lack of Radio 4 is down to that switch. So it looks like we're going to have to get it out. Offer job tracer. You're the only one for the giveaway. And you see my hand there. Been bit by a horsefly again. I really am sort of allergic to those things, and my hands swell up and all sorts. Swelling's just started to go down there. It got bit on Monday. So yeah, not good, is it? Really do react to them things. Right, okay, let's get it out of the case and have a look. Let's sort that long wave out. Hi Brett, how you doing? Did I say hello? I can't remember now. Rob Bond. Hi Rob. Catch you later, George. Off to Asda. We need to do Asda, really. We're a bit slack this week. We really haven't got any food left. We need to go. Right, okay. Looks like it's just these 3 screws here. So let's get them out. Let's just put the camera down a fraction. For the larva, yeah, I could well have stuff growing inside me, I don't know. Not excess cakes, pies and beer then. Well, there is that, Spanky, yes. But yeah, notice the back of my hand compared to the other one is swollen. Last time I got stung by one, it came up like huge, like I had a boxing glove on, and I had this red stripe started going up my arm, and they drew a sort of line around it. And if it had gone any further than that, I had to go to hospital. So hopefully, touch wood, it ain't gonna happen this time. Okay, so I've got those 3 out. It looks like it's all sprung together, and there's a little screwdriver slot in the bottom there. That's coming out anyway. There we go. Okay, there she is. There's her guts. So we've got track-on caps in it. There's our little padder capacitors for the different bands with medium wave and long wave. We've got transformer output stage in it. It's unusual. I thought they'd have gone away from transformers, but I suppose it's made in Taiwan, isn't it? Is it Taiwan? Yeah, so they would have still been on them, I suppose. So it's easy to get at the switches, and the offending one is this one here, which is typical as the hardest one to get into. There's a massive great hole in the switch though, where the latching mech goes, so I can squirt a bit in there as well. Hi Linton, how are you? Part-time job in a bicycle shop. Very interesting. You're the spokesperson. God, I fell for that one, didn't I? Very clever. Hi, Johnny Comic. Sorry I missed you, mate. I can see you in there. Right, so let's pop a little bit of spray cleaner. In through this little slot. Let's put some at the ass end of it as well. This is the problem with this deoxit. If you accidentally move the nozzle, it fills up the inside of it. So half of it's going all over the desk here and not into the radio. Oh well, it's all nice and clean now. Right, let's give those switches a good old going over. Oh my god, the puns are going mad here. This about 30 quid's worth of cleaner, I know. You think they'd sponsor me by now, wouldn't you? The amount of stuff that I get through. Right, that's that done. And we also had a noisy pop, but I can't get that out without taking the radio out. Now it looks like it probably tells us in the trailer sheet how to get it out the chassis. Let me have a quick look at that then. Let me have a quick look. It has doubled the value. David, that's some Deoxit D5 there. I also use this one, Silvercell Super 10 or Deoxit D5. I prefer the Deoxit, to be honest, but I don't like this new spray thing they got for it. Double the value. Okay. Yeah, is it going to tell us how to get it out of the case? I can probably work it out, but I just thought it'd be nice if they told us, really, but I don't think they will. Strange, I thought I had the first page here then, but obviously I didn't. Yeah, service notes. Okay, no, it doesn't tell you how to get it out of the case. Okay. No Casey outie instructions. You haven't seen the Worth yet. Yeah, it's here if you want to see it, Spanky. I mean, I don't know that they're not sponsored me yet, but I'll just put that in the shot, just for Spanky. Look, there he is. It's a let me just tell you, Paul. It is a VTR 165, Paul. Yeah, that is better, Doug. But that's probably about £100 a pop over here. It is available, but it is mega expensive. It's ridiculous. Budget and Leggett Garage is live. The last video, apparently. Ooh. Trader at 3051. Yeah, this is the ERT sheet. This one, by the looks of it. I haven't got the first page either. I'm part of a chain gang at the bike shop. Oh dear. I can't think of any puns yet. When is the giveaway? I don't know yet. We haven't really decided yet. Just squirted a load of deoxit everywhere. So, I mean, we've got some screws that have got green all over them. So it looks to me trying to work out how this comes apart. It looks like it's going to come apart really easy, but famous last words. We have got to stick some switch cleaner in the volume pot and the tone control. Hi Gene, how are you? Thanks a lot, Gene. I'm on the wrong camera. Thanks a lot, Gene. I'm on the wrong. I got to try and sort myself out here. Like, I just don't know what's going on. Welcome aboard, Gene. Anyway, so we've got this one here. Obviously, got to come out. I'm wondering if it's the red screws. Let's try unscrewing some stuff and see what happens, shall we? Cool, they're expensive over there as well, Doug, are they? You can bet your life they'll be about £40 over here. Right, let's try the loosen and pull technique. Loosen and wiggle. Doesn't appear to be doing anything. Where's my hooky thingy? Let's take this out then. Reese, how you doing? From North Wales. Want to ask, BBC Cornwall's left 630 kilohertz and 657 kilohertz. What do you get now on those frequencies instead? Particularly after sundown. I'm not sure, Reese, is the answer. I don't really do any DX on medium wave. BBC Radio Devon is still about. I'm not sure what they broadcast on though. Anyone else can answer that? Anyone else? No? Well, that does look like that is one of the screws that holds it in, but... I'm going to have to pull the knobs off, if they'll come off. They come off nice. That one's definitely got to come out. Goat FM. Thanks for your help there, Brett. It's useful. Goat FM on medium wave. Dear, dear. Let's undo those fully. I think they're just maybe catching all the threads, stopping them coming right out. Let's try that. Ah, now we're moving. So that volume knob is, that tuning knob's got to come off, but that is really tight. I can see it in the back there, so I might be able to just ease it, help it on its way. So I don't know if Sean has actually had that off or not. What's the betting that ain't going to come off? You do get quite a lot of insects in them, to be honest, David, yeah. Ah, there we go. Bit of leverage, and there she is. So I'm hoping the dial cord's going to come with this as well. So let's just go with the red screws, because they seem to be the ones. There's another one there. Yep. Seems all the red screws hold it in. Let's take all the red ones out then. Well, they've got red thread lock on them. Okay, aerial out. Let's get that one out of the way. I'll pop the screw back in there. Hey Andrew, you found a packet of 3. What, three spiders? I'm trying to think, was it Dom pointed me to Medium Wave List site the other day. This is where we hear a twang and the dial cord flies off into next week. Yeah, it is going to as well. Hang on. Steady, Graham. Looks like there's another red screw to undo. No, there's something. I've got to release the dial from the dial cord somehow in order to get it. Oh, they haven't made this easy at all, have they? How the hell are you supposed to get to that? There's a little screw there that holds the dial pointer on. I suppose you need to pull this knob off, don't you? Aha, that's better. Right. So yeah, the actual needle is held so it's probably, I should have done it up to that end. See, if we had the proper instructions, it would have probably told us that. So yeah, there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little window. Yeah, you can just about see that just there, look. So it makes sense, doesn't it, that we should wind the dial cord to that little window. Hey! Now we can undo the screw. Just put that in shot again for Spanky, look. There you go, Spanky. Just so you can have a look. So we're going to have to grab that. Let's just turn it back this way a fraction with a pair of pliers. Do that. Hey, there it is. And it's hanging precariously on its wires now, but I don't think I need to do anything else because the offending items are just here. You see that? Oh, was that my stomach? Oh. Let's make sure I don't lose that. So yeah, the two pots are there, look. So we can now get in there. And squirt the bejesus out of them with some switch cleaner. A fiver in the bank, I know. Right, so there's our volume and tone sorted, and hopefully the switches. I can put that top back on there, can't I? Because I didn't have to take that off in the end. They really do need to sponsor me, Spank. I'm surprised you haven't emailed them yet and told them that I need the latest copy every year so I can review it. Right, I suppose it wouldn't be right unless we had a look at the capacitors, would it? Let's see if we can sort of gently rest it without destroying the tuning cap. You know, I mustn't touch that. It's got to stay exactly where it is, isn't it? So we'll put a little tiny bit of oil down the shaft of that. Little things falling off of the dial pointer there, so we need to make sure that goes back on. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these caps, see if we can check them in circuit. I did have another set of probes that would have been ideal for this. Right, we've definitely got one there, so let's try this one first then. $2,000 UF it thinks that one is. Unlikely. Let's try this one down here. That's another big one. Looks like it's across there. In circuit leaky. Well, it is in circuit, so it could well be fine. Where's my oil gone? There. Right by me. A little tiny bit on these spindles. Little pulleys. So we better check this one that says it thinks it's 2,000, I suppose, aren't we? Let's just lift the leg on it. I'm not going to do these caps unless it's absolutely necessary. It's very good of Sean to offer it as a giveaway. Very nice of him. It's a lovely little radio. As I say, he did offer it to me to keep it, but to be fair, it would just end up going up in the loft and it would never get used, so he's done such a nice job of the case, I thought it would be a good idea to let someone have it that might actually use it. Let's just pop this leg here off. There's a tip oil on there. What is this cap supposed to be? Okay, so it's supposed to be 470, this one. It's supposed to be 470. Let's place your bets then, come on. It's supposed to be 470 microfarads at 10 volts. What do we think? 470 at 10 volts. 430 low ESR. You're checking in from Asda and using their Wi-Fi. Get some self-raising flour. Normal flour's okay, but self-raising flour seems to be the thing we can't get. 501, Phil. Gotta be on it. Oh, you're doubling with Derek, though. Doug's gone 510. Nick 550. Corporation Pop's going down a treat. Yeah, I can't really physically see anything wrong with this radio. Obviously, we had a little bit of a dodgy switches, but that's about it. Archie, how you doing, Archie? Welcome, mate. Archie reckons 463. Theo's been very specific. 488 with 0.78 ohms. Arap. Again, welcome, Arap. Welcome, mate. You think it's bang on 470, do you? We'll be lucky. We'll be lucky. You feeling lucky? Let's get you in a little bit closer. Any more? Any more? Paul is saying 888. Paul's gone high. He's gone high. In circuit it was reading 2000, but then it's probably paralleled up with something else, I expect. There's quite a lot of caps in this area. This is obviously the amplifier cum power supply area. Right by the speaker. We ready? I'm going to push it. I've got a full screen full of people that have guessed. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Ooh, 613. Anybody in the 600s? That's gone pretty high, hasn't it? You're an Italian speaker, Reese, as well. Oh, oh. So who got that then? Come on. Argue amongst yourselves. Who won? Capacitor roulette. 613. So someone's in the high 400s. 500 for Rob. 550 Nick. Electronics. Paul was in the right area, but way too high. It's probably it's Nick Petronics, I think. Was supposed to be a 470 spanker, yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have to change that one, doesn't it? Can't really let it go out with that. Be useful to know what cap it was. Let's have a quick look in the manual, see if we can find out which one it was. Yeah, it doesn't really give up much. Let's put a picture of it here somewhere. Come on, where's the layout? Board layout, other side. Yeah, there's a lot of caps in that area. C49 maybe? Let me have a look at the diagram. Got to be in the output here somewhere, isn't it? There's two, the C54 and C55 and C64. There's three 470s in here, so I can see, if not more. So look at where the hell that goes to. One side of it's obviously ground, and the other side goes to that inductor there. Which is T9. So that goes from ground to T9. T10, it was T9. T8, T9. That's got to be 49 then. C49. No. Not unless this is the wrong schematic. It definitely goes from T9, but does go to ground though. Is the last one in, isn't it? Excuse me for a minute while I just have a nose around. It's definitely T9, is it? Or is it the other side? Yeah. Yeah, I think that is C49. According to this, it's a 100, but in the radio it's a 470. Oh well. Do you win the radio, Nick? Does it give trouble? I mean, it's difficult to say, isn't it? Arcelapper. The capacitor gives trouble. Then cat out before your bingo dabber goes dry. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that one definitely. That's a 470. It's listed as a, yeah, it's got that gungy stuff on it. It's listed as 100 in the circuit for some reason. Unless that's this one. You trying to say I'm faffing, Paul? Let's get a 470. A low voltage 470, that is. I probably haven't got any of those. I seem to be chucking loads of 470s in at the minute. These are higher voltage ones, I think. Seems to be a bit of a run on 470s. Size is that? 50 volts. This is only a 10 volts. There's no point sticking in anything too crazy. Oh, there we go. 470 at 10 volts. So they put it. That's a bit rough, isn't it? Really, how they've done that. They've just tacked it on underneath. Oh well. Let's do the same. That's my thing. Hang on, let me find me. Let me find me a heat shrink a minute. Everything's piled up here on top of everything. This heat shrink is packed terribly. Just after a couple of bits of heat shrink to stick on the end of these wires or so. Stop them shorting out. Audio, yeah, the audio wasn't brilliant, but then it would give poor audio if these caps were bad. This is definitely the output stage. So that was bent over sort of like that, and in. Right, can you see what I'm up to? I'm over here. No, you can't. I'm just out of shot there. Whee, there we are. That's where I'm working. Right, okay. Let's just stick this in here. Got the wrong tip on that iron actually. Let's just get that one off. Stick another tip on. So we want that tip there. Make this so I don't burn myself this time. Brilliant. Right. Take the temperature down a bit. Will it snap? You're always looking out for me, Doug, aren't you? If it's not the dial cord, it's the speaker. There's always something gonna potentially go badly wrong. That's what I like about this show. There's always something that could go badly wrong. I've broken speakers. I've put my thumb through speakers. I've broke dial cords. What the man is doing you cannot see. Buffeting, is it? Looks okay here. What I'm doing is I'm changing the capacitor down here, Arcel. Arcel Apper. It's English radio. Take the time for reset. It's actually made in Taiwan, Arcel. Doesn't sound good, does it? Yeah, it's actually made in Taiwan, so it's made for the Rank organization, which was Bush, Thorn. I can't remember. They had loads of companies, didn't they? Let's tack this one on first. Is it still buffering? I lost the connection. And welcome Apal. No, Apache. Apache. Or Apache. I'm not very good at pronouncing names, so apologies. There we are. That's that one changed and the offender gone. Okay. We've also got this one here. Let's see if I can measure that one in circuit. Excuse me. $151, but with a high ESR. 4.2, and I think that's 100. Let's try it out of the radio. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? It's like they've designed the board, fired it out there, and then thought, oh no, oh no. Oh, hello. Low open circuit or low capacitance. Now, is that because my wires aren't all right? No. That one has totally had it. 100 microfarads at 16 volts. Let's try the LCR meter, see if that'll read it. If it's low capacitance, this one will still read it. $52 nanofarads. 52 nanofarads. That one's absolutely shot to bits. Oh dear. Looks like we've got the track-on disease again here. So this is a 100 microfarads at 16 volts. I'm getting short caps again here now. Those RFM3s have been doing recently. Let's just get some braid and take that off, save using the sodas. The solid. Let's use the. So, wasn't intending to recap this, to be fair. Yeah, wasn't intending to recap this. Come here. Get back. Right, so it's got to go that way around. So it looks like someone's going to be getting a radio that's not going to need a lot of work. Afternoon, Jess, how are you? Right, Bush Murphy. Destroy it. You can't say that, Dom. This is a lovely radio that was gifted by Mr. Man Cave to us. I'm sure lots of people would really like to win this radio and have it working. So the more I do it to it, the better it will work, in theory. But this is the most stressed area of the radio, the power supply. So this is where the caps are going to suffer, to be fair. Okay, so the one that I'm most concerned about is this 1000 down here. So let's get that one out as well and have a look at that one. Be careful I don't stretch all these wires here. You're Victor, Michael. I'll tell you what, this board stinks. It smells like sweaty armpits when you heat it up. God. Stuck with that gunky glue again. Okay. 1000 microfarad track on. If the other one's anything to go by with the other two, this one's not going to be in good shape either, is it? So what do we think then? Thousand microfarads. If it's perfect, you can go back in. No, it's no point putting it back in. 1000 at 10 volts. Paul's going low. He's going low. He's going low. Let me get another one while you're having a guess at that one. $10. 1000 at 16. It was that way around. 1360, 500. 2,200. It could well be, Doug. The other ones are anything to go by. And this one goes from a little coil out to the headphone socket. Where's the cabinet of this radio? It's propped up at the moment. Just here. You can just see the cabinet here. Look, stood upright at the moment. Our app thinks 250. It's 1,000 microfarads. Don't forget, not 100. It's 1,000 microfarads. You're going to have to rename yourself, Phil, aren't you, to Feel the Power. I can see it coming. Feel the Power. 1001, Dom. Okay, let's go for it. One 1389. 1389. 1324. 1360, Mike Atlantis. It's Mike, isn't it? I think that's Mike. 1389, 29 out. George, was it? Oh, 1324. No, Mike was 1360. It's close though, George. It was a close shave. Yeah, so it's not too bad in the scale of things. Is it 20% over? It is, isn't it? It is awkward working with it with all these wires attached still, but I don't really want to dismantle it any more than I've got to. So let me just solder that one in. There's probably a little bit of flux on that because it doesn't look particularly healthy. Fun fact, what's Aston saying? All the coils with a green spot on in a bush in the 50s or 60s were wound by a lady called Gwen Murphy, your next door neighbour. Really? We're going to have to look for some of Gwen's work then in a minute, Aston. So she was just the green spot lady, was she? Doesn't look good, does it? My wrist, but there you go. It'll get better. It'll go. If I mess with it and try and squeeze it or anything, it will just get a lot worse. Right. How are we doing on our caps? Let's have a look. What else we've got down in this area? We've got this dodgy one that goes over there. We've got this one. Probably only two more that we will look at. This one here. There's that one orientated. It's a negative and positive, so it goes there and there. That's this one. I lost my little tiny poke. Oh, hang on, I can see it. I can see it. I found it. I found my little pokey stick for removing the soda out my soda sucker. There he is. You just ripping apart your radio, Sean. And a nice job you did on it as well. We're just having a bit of an investigation of the capacitors at the moment. As you can see, the patient is on the operating table. Just sorting out my soda sucker. I would turn the big one on, but I wasn't going to recap it, Sean, but some of these are howlers. They're howlers, some of them, so going to end up doing most of them, I think. Let's have a look. Apologies if my hands are in the way here. Problem is these are stuck in as well. So another 470. Another 470 at 10 volts. What's it going to be? What's it gonna be? Let's get this wire out of the way. She was nice. It must have been a really boring job. I assume they had some sort of jig, didn't they? Yes, we did test it, Shaw. It wasn't working on long wave at all. No longy wavy. $650 Dave, $490, $608, $620 David Roberts. Feel the power's going 501 again. Just going to solder that one in while you're having a think about it. It does smell of armpit, this radio. It smells of armpits. When I heat it up, that is. Right, are we ready? Are we ready to go? Good to go? Ooh, 613 again. They've gone mega high, haven't they? So we haven't had a... Well, the only one that was half decent was 1,000, but that was 1,300 and something. Okay, so that's that one done. The other biggie is... oh, don't break the dial cord, Graham. Over here, this looks like another... We've got another little one down there as well. So this is the positive and that one's the negative. So positive nearest to me. We're deep in dial cord central here now. I've got to be careful. Dial cord city. Ooh, sweaty armpit board again. Woohoo! It's probably some toxic stuff they've used, I expect. No, he doesn't want to come, does he? Come on. I had the dial cord go twang then. Twang. Another 470. Another 470. 10 microfarads. Place your bets. It's got a little tiny bit of heat shrink on each leg there, just so as it can bend away from the ferrite. Let's put that on while you're having to think about it. Don't fear the dial cord. $470. Theo's going for the ohms as well. He's going for the ESR. And 150 picofarads. Was the 470 the one that would cause the problem last time? It was really low capacitance. I think it was, wasn't it? Was Andrew just trying to blind me with science? Because I still don't remember how many picofarads is in a microfarad and nanofarads, and I'll just look it up. 150 picofarads, 520. Here we go then. Let's hit it. Ready? Ooh, 753. 753. Christ, that one's gone high. George 689, our app. It's Arup, isn't it? 689 Mike as well. Have we got a tie? We've got a tie. 747 though. Hang on. Brett 747. Or was that the previous one? I've lost track now. I've lost track. 666.6. I'll let you fight it out between yourselves. Okay, so they're not looking good, are they? The caps, really. How much further do we go with it? Do we leave it at that? That we've got the worst of them out? We've got another track on down here, look. So we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll do that other track on, and then I think we'll call it a day on the caps. Let's get that one out, because these aren't particularly brilliant. So I think that's across there. We're right in with the dial cord again. The others look like just little decoupling caps, much smaller. No, that's not working. Because it's blocked up again. Let's zoom out a bit, because you can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Cheers, Brett. Catch you later, mate. You did our app. I think you drew. Right, let's try that again. Now we're unblocked. Better. What have we got down here then? So the negative is to there. 47.10 this time. 47. .47, so negative that way. 47.1. You're open, Sean. Right, that was the last cap. We'll leave the rest of them. I've done the worst ones, I think, in the amplifier stage anyway, so that's, unless we got issues with it not working or doing funny things, I think we probably cracked that. What's that one in there? Is that, oh, that's in the amplifier stage as well. Right, what are we thinking on this one then? A 47. No, Sean didn't really want to do any work to it. I don't think he wanted me to do any work to it, really. I think we just wanted to pass it on to somebody, but I always like to look over it. It's nice to have a working radio, isn't it? But it's good. It did work despite the caps, which was pretty good, to be fair. Right, here we go then. $59.98. Wow, Benji's 59. If someone's got 60, then they've taken it. But I think Benji's got to be there. I think it's Benji. Yeah, it's Benji. Benji's took it. Benji's pipped it at the last minute. Let's want to quickly just check this cap. There's one more cap in the amplifier, one of these small ones. Let's see if this one will read. Oh, ho, ho, ho. 8 with a 6.4 ESR. That's not good. What is that one then? It's a 4.7. Is that just because it's in circuit though, I wonder? Clive, how you doing, mate? The giveaway radio is in pieces. We're going to give it away next week, probably. But we'll do the keyword and all that for it in a bit. Assuming I can get the thing back together and working first, that is. It might not work anymore. Right. I won't want to do any more, but let's have a look at this one. This is not boding well, really, for the other caps. But this is in the audio section, so... so what did I say? It's a 4.7. Minus 63 volts by the looks of it. What's that one? 63. 50. 63. Looks like it's got a 63 volter up it then by the looks of it. So the negative is that way. Get off. Very close to the dial cord now. Very close to the dial cord. Negative. Negative is here. Okay. Yeah, that one looks a bit crusty actually. So negative closest to me. You know, the recap is my contribution really to the giveaway. I usually do work the radios before I give them away. Okay, where is he then? 47. What do we think the 47 is going to be? Sorry, 4.7. 4.7. What on earth is the manufacturer on that? It looks like Jalawala. You're waiting for the string to go ping. JNM Loon. Never heard of that before. JNM Loon. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it's 4.7. George, what are you on about in the chat room now? Let's mute that. Right, I'll get back to what's doing now. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? I'm going for it. I'm going to push a button. Ooh, yeah. That's got a very high ESR on that. 8.1, so it's nearly doubled itself. 8.1. George, 8.08. Flipping heck, that's pretty close. Mind you, I can't remember what it measured in circuit. Got to be George, that one. It's got to be George. Yeah, that's knackered as well, isn't it? This is going to sound like a flipping hi-fi by the time I finish this. Okay, so the question now is, how far do we go? Is it one that looks nigh on impossible to get out there? Yeah. That one's staying. I ain't going to get that one out. That one again. I think we'll leave it there on the caps. To be honest, I've just looked at the rest of them, and there's only 3 left in there, and they're not particularly easy to get at, and they're not really in a critical part of the circuit, so to speak. Let's get this thing back together before it falls apart in a big way. Zoom out a bit now. No, it's not. If anyone that wins this radio wants to do the other caps, they're welcome to do them. I'm not going to stop you. I'm just not going to do it myself. I'm going to give you something left to do, aren't we? I think that's what was originally Sean's idea, was that whoever had it still possibly had something to do. And I hadn't done it all. I have done it all, to be fair. Because it was working fine. Hopefully the idea is it's going to work a little bit better now. That's the plan. Goes with that one. We've done all the switches, George, and all the potentiometers. Oh, I've done with my... oh, I put it over there, didn't I? Right, battery compartment. Or should we do that dodgy aerial connector next? I think that's probably best. I'll leave that out for a minute because I can connect my croc clips to that, save messing about those batteries again. Right, okay. Aerial clip. This is a very, very scary. So it's just like a clamp. It's the dial cord. I've never seen this before. The dial cord is sandwiched between two bits of metal. No, it's got to get tweezers. Okay, that's not going to work, so that one must have had to be the other way up then. Yeah, that one must have been the other way up. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. Come on. Let's try that again. And we're going to do this then. Should I try and do it with my magnet? Nope. The thing is, it's got to go underneath the dial cord. There it is. I've got it. Shh, don't say anything. I've got it. What have I done with the other bit? Oh, there we are. So all it is it's sandwiched between these two bits of metal. It ain't the best idea in the world, but it's effective. Okay, let's get the big pliers in. Don't breathe. Got it, I think. He's only got it. Right. Where are we? So that one's got to go over there. Out the way. That's got to bend away from that one. There. Let's hook her up. Sean. Oh, thank you, Sean. Before you release the keyword, could you look at the message I sent you, Sean? Keyword Bush, but in a clean, funny sentence. I don't know if the software will do that, Sean. I'm not sure if the software will do that because it only looks for one keyword. But we'll have a look. We can have a look at the software in a minute, see if we can set that up. So we need to think up a funny sentence, but keeping it clean. Ish. Right, so this is a 6-volt in that. Let's find some clips. There's one end of them. That's the thing. Powering up with batteries originally, we couldn't really see what current it was drawing. I should think it was a fairly high draw with those caps so far out. Right, where's the other one? Where be the black lead? Right, black. To there. Red. To there. Go stick the aerial back in. It came out from the top, so why won't you go back in the top? Come on. There we are. It goes then. Absolutely dead. Come on, radio, don't you play that game with me. Let's chuck my batteries back in again. Just make sure it's not my power supply. I think one of the fuses might have gone on my leads.
Now the evidence I have, the advice I have, is that we shouldn't change the 2 metre rule. That doesn't mean I will close my mind to it in future. Just as it's not the case that there is no risk of transmission at 2 metres, there is greater risk of
tracing is to replace lockdown. Rather than stopping the spread of the virus by keeping the entire population indoors,
NHS Test and Trace is your civic duty.
And you're with Ben Atkinson at just after 6 as you head into Thursday evening. Tones tonight coming up. Bruno Mars after Calvin Harris from when he teamed up with Sam Smith.
Vehicles now outnumber petrol stations by more than 2 to 1. The Department for Transport claims there are 18,000 installed.
Ambulance crews and control room staff based here say 84%.
So it wasn't working on Longwave. Let's hope to hell it is now. Still nothing on Longwave.
Running rehabilitation programs.
Will be referred to.
Sorry if there's any headphone wearers.
Once more.
That sounds like the Polyvericon. I'm really not sure we're getting nothing on Longwave. So that's the long wave aerial coil there. Cheers, Paul. Catch you later, mate. Dog's gone mental. Sorry about that, Dom. Don't upset our doggy friends, do we? Let's see if we can put anything in with... just sounds like it's detuned.
And it is still leaving. It's a distance.
Yeah, that is just the oscillator needs a tweak in the Polyvaricon. Now, which one is it? That one? That one? So that one. Nope. That's it. Let's give it a bit of... That's strange. Ah. The batteries have come out. Now, why isn't my power supply working? It must be I've got an issue with these leads. It's a bit of a pain with the power not being available. It needs an alignment, people, I think. I think it has, Theo. Just trying to hook up something. Yeah, I think I could probably get away with putting this battery compartment back in now. I think it just needs a little tweak, to be honest, because I think I've just detuned it by tweaking it there, because I stopped that weird oscillation noise, but it's now not working on medium wave, so it wasn't working particularly brilliant on medium wave anyway. Hi David, you must leave to work online with the classroom. Good luck. Thank you very much for joining us today, David. Catch you soon, mate. Not lost a connection? No, because it wasn't working. It wasn't working before, Benji, if you remember rightly. Or were you not here? I can't remember now. You might have gone off doing whatever you were doing. But let's get that in. Hopefully that'll be a bit more stable. No, it's not more stable. I don't think my power supply is recovered from blowing up all those capacitors. Well, not all of those. That's capacitor. Get a reliable power connection onto it, and I can have a closer look at it then. I can't get that on. Can we go on like that? I'm going around in circles now, aren't I? Must be getting near my tea time. What's the time anyway? 6:15. I could, Dan Aston. Right, let's tidy up a little bit here because I've got everything everywhere now. The more things you've got on the bench, the more likely you are to short something out. I think the oscillator's not brilliant. It could be one of those caps, I suppose. I bet you it's one of them blooming caps that I didn't do. That would be sod's law, wouldn't it? Right, I should be able to get on the back of that properly now. Yeah, that's better. There, okay, we have it. So we are on
it was a failure of previous generations. Do you think that's...
There's nothing on Longwave though. I mean, this is just an active antenna, so it's basically a control box connected to an external antenna. So if anyone hasn't watched the channel before and wondering what the hell I got here, absolutely nothing. Nada.
Of returning to climax. Yeah. Do you think that's the case, or are you worried it's just a moment in...
has been put in place.
Scream! Scream! Sorry about that noise. So let's have a quick look at the circuit a minute. Let's have a quick look at it. Feels like you sent the can of worms. No, it's good. If it all worked easy, Sean, it wouldn't be interesting, would it? Well, it would be, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let's have a little look and see at the circuit alignment, transistor analysis. It's obviously working on medium wave, so it's not the AM oscillator. Well, I'm saying that it might just want a little tiny tweak sometimes. Alright, 15 minutes for test. Put it to warm up and stabilize. Just L11. Just pushing L6 on ferrite rod. that's medium wave. I'm just having a look. Apologies, I'm just staring at the instructions here at the moment. Feeding, just L10. Just L10 for maximum output. Right, L10 is the boy that we want. 145 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz. TC7. TC7 and L10 is the two we want. So L10 is directly underneath the long wave button. Just that one there. And TC7. Oh, where they hid that to then? Oh, okay. TC7. Is there a TC7? I've got a TC4, 3, 6 and 5. I don't know if these instructions are right, you know. It's a dodgy cat position just now. TC7, I can't see it. You can have a look as well. So here's L10. Oh, hang on, TC7, there he is. Okay, so that's those two. Right, okay, I got it now. Right. So what I was going to do was just try and give it a little tweak, because we should be getting fairly broad band. Nothing. No, so I'm certainly not getting any long wave at all. So it's got to be that switch, I'd have thought. Let me see if I can leave you on the circuit diagram. I'm going to go to Lou a minute. And that's not the circuit diagram. That's the amplifier stage. There we go. So long way, that's L10. Right, I'll leave that with you for a minute while I go Lou. I'll leave you on Radio 4. I know you love Radio 4. Let's see if I can find you Radio 4.
It's Beyonce. Work run by you.
When he approved a £1 billion property scheme involving a Conservative Party donor, despite the decision subsequently
I'll be back.
Ruled unlawful. Richard Desmond gave the Tories £12,000 a fortnight after the project in East London was given the green light. Labour says it raises grave concerns about cash for favours. Here's our political correspondent, Ian Watson.
Robert Jenrick shared a table at a fundraising dinner with Richard Desmond last November, but has said he refused to discuss Mr. Desmond's proposed development. Mr Jenrick then approved it on January the 14th, against the advice of his planning inspector. This was one day before the local council was due to impose an infrastructure levy, which would have cost Mr Desmond between £30 and £50 million. The council mounted a legal challenge, and the Secretary of State's lawyers admitted that the decision was unlawful because of apparent bias. In the Commons, the Shadow Housing and Communities Secretary Steve Reid called for all correspondence surrounding Mr Jenrick's decision to be published.
By an astonishing coincidence, just 2 weeks after the Secretary of State took his decision, Mr Desmond made a generous donation of £12,000 to the Conservative Party. This sequence of events raises grave concerns about cash for favours. If he wants to restore trust, the Secretary of State must immediately publish all documents and all correspondence relating to this decision.
Robert Jenrick wasn't in the chamber to respond. The Housing Minister, Chris Pincher, was sent instead. He insisted that Mr Jenrick had acted properly, and that it was not unusual for a Secretary of State himself to take planning decisions where a high amount of housing was involved. The Minister also said Mr Jenrick had no relationship with Richard Desmond and wouldn't have been made aware of party political donations.
The most ambitious athletics event of the season is getting underway in Norway this evening. The organisers are calling the first virtual meeting the Impossible Games. Although Oslo is hosting the event, the athletics is not simply limited to the city, as our sports correspondent Joe Wilson explains.
At 10 to 8 UK time this evening, a race will begin in Oslo. 4,500 miles away, a race will begin in Nairobi. It is the same race. 5 Norwegian runners, 3 of them Ingebrigtsen brothers, will run 2,000 metres. The Kenyan team, including the 1,500 metre world champion Timothy Cheruiyot, will do the same on their track. The best 3 times from each team will be added together to decide the winner. Organisers call it the first virtual race in the history of elite athletics, but the competition seems real enough. The Norwegian team running on the famous Bislett track will have an advantage, according to the Kenyan coach, Bernard Omar.
We are not crying babies, no, and we are not complaining at all, because we have our own system of work, and for us to say yes, bring it on, we will show the world what we can do with a little training.
Other events tonight include solo record attempts using wave light technology. The lights.
I'm sure you loved that. Okay. Let's have a look at this thing a minute then. Have we got any electrolytics in this area? So just go a little bit bigger. I don't think there is. Okay, VC2, VC3. So I would assume when this switch is pushed down, it's making these bottom contacts. So there's TC7 and L10. It's weird, isn't it? I think what I'm going to do is set up the I'm going to have to set up the test gear, aren't I? That's not going to be today. Because it's getting dark in here, isn't it? Look at this. It's dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. Right, let me get the chat up on here a minute. Let's see what we're doing. Everybody's probably done a runner now. Just catching up. Did Jim Linderness pop up then? He could have done. Right, so that's the plan, I think. So giveaway then. Hopefully we can get this working on all bands. It's just not working on long wave. So it's got to be something specific to long wave, because medium wave's working. So if the oscillator had stopped, medium wave wouldn't work either. So it's definitely something to do with probably that switching circuit, or maybe one of the capacitors in the actual circuit itself. So that's what it's looking like. And yeah, I think you're right there, Theo, that it's going to be a Sunday fix possibly. I'm going to have to do those other caps just to rule them out, really. Typical, isn't it? Still light. It's getting dark here. I mean, it's really raining back, and that light's a bit too bright, really. There we go. There we go. So let's have a look at the keyword then. So my idea was to get this done and sorted by next Thursday. So we need to think of a keyword. I don't know if I don't know what sort of take we can get on the bush situation. A bird in the hand's worth two in the bush. That's a good old saying, isn't it? Bushy. No, George. No, George. I just knew George would say something like that. I just knew it. Bad toad, George. I don't know if the software let me do 2 words, though. That's the only thing. Let me see if I can get the software up. So it's YouTube. Comment picker. Pickerwinner.co. Let's just get a YouTube. Let's do this one a minute. So I'm just playing with the YouTube comments picker thing at the moment. Look. Yeah, you can see that. So if I post fat chat links, so anything goes. Keyword filter. Specify your keyword. Don't know if I can actually leave a comment yet, can I? It just says keyword, so I think it's going to have to be just one word. I don't want to risk cocking it up, to be fair. So I think we're going to need to pick just one word. Cheers, Mr. Laser Sound. Bush. We're going to give this radio away, our app. Yes, we're going to give it away. That's 2 words, George, and stop being an idiot. I'll put you in timeout house. Let's just go bushed, I think. We'll have bushed. I've made a decision. We'll go with bushed with a capital B, look, shall we? Bushed, there you go. Sorted. Farad. So we'll go with bushed. B-U-S-H-E-D. That's fair enough, isn't it? We can all sort that. Giving it away because it does not work. Yeah, give away any old rubbish here, Theo. Push in the bush. I think bushed is just as good as any shrubbery. Hello, Chris. Did you pop in just now? Apologies. Hi, Rich. You haven't been able to find a teardown video of the RSPDX. Not really, Rich. Do you need to tear one down, do you? I think if it had been donated by SDR Play, then yeah, we would have possibly been up for a teardown on it. But being I paid a couple £100 for it, I don't really want to risk pulling it apart. Has there been a teardown of any of the others? I don't really know how the thing comes apart, to be honest, unless there's some screws underneath those stick-on feet, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, there might be some screws underneath these stick-on feet, Rich. Just interested in what's inside. Yeah, I'd have to peel those feet off and yeah. Scary, Rich, but you know, you never know. I might do. I might do it at some stage. So, giveaway then for the Bush Radio. Keyword is bushed in the comments of this video. And obviously you've got to like, you've got to be a subscriber. Not sure about posting it abroad. I don't know what Sean's just give us a tenner there for postage. So I mean, if you're willing to pay the difference, I'll post it anywhere you want. I think that's fair, isn't it? Finally gets brushed out the workshop. Bushed. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of filters and that in it. It would be quite interesting to have a look inside it and see. The trouble is, I'm gonna void my warranty on it as well, Rich. I don't know if I take it apart. Anyway, so that's the idea, because I'm going to shoot now, because I did say to Mrs. Cruncher I'd be done about 6, and it's gone past that, isn't it? I don't even know what the time is. Yeah, 20 to 7. There you go. We will get it sorted. We'll get it done somehow between us. Just need to go through all the little components that are to do with the long wave, and I need to hook a signal generator up first and see if I can force a strong signal through it. You've been watching while working. All right, Chris. Hi, Stephen. How are you? It's bushed. So there you go, people. That's your keyword, bushed. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and put the word bushed in the comments. Use a capital B. I don't know whether it seems to pick up upper or lowercase. I don't think it's specific to that. Graham's bushed. I am bushed, to be fair. So cheers, people. Thanks for joining me today. It's been good fun as usual. Been interesting. I've never worked on one of those before. Trying to work out how to get it apart and that. So now we know how to get one apart, which is all good because I'm going to have to take it apart again, I reckon. So it's going to be a case of going over the switchback, looking for some dry joints, and then we'll see if we can force a signal through it with a SIGGEN. So cheers, everybody, and I'll catch you on Sunday next. I think it's Sunday, isn't it? I think it's Sunday. So, cheerio.